everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new movie just dropped on Netflix, Malcolm and Marie, starring John David Washington, Zendaya, and this movie is directed by Sam Levinson. And this movie, like, before I watched this movie, I was hesitating to see this movie. I never saw the trailer. I was seeing little clip on Netflix for this movie and didn't look like that interesting, honestly. So finally I saw this movie and I was like, oh, this movie really surprised me. I actually really enjoyed this movie. But same time, I understand many people will not finish watching this movie because this movie show you such a bitterness of these two people in a relationship. You get to see both of their point of view in this movie. Like especially I really like about this movie is that part, like you get to see from perspective from Malcolm's side, also you get to see perspective from Marie's side. First of all, this movie, what I like most about this, amazingly acted by these two lead actors in this movie, and they do have amazing chemistry in this movie. So I know that John David Washington, he's a very good actor. I have seen his other movies, especially the one with the Spike Lee movie. He was so good in that movie. But I thought he was amazing in this movie. He looked like, especially in this movie, they need to give like long dialogue, monologue at once. You know, they have to memorize all this dialogue. At least it takes them like 10 minutes to say it. It's so intense when they're saying it. But at the same time, someone who watches so much movies and someone who is from this movie world kind of, I could see how difficult it is to do, because it's not easy to say all this dialogue at once. It's really hard, guys. Personally, for me, I cannot memorize anything and cannot say front of the camera. It's so hard. So someone who has these difficulties, I understand when I see them and they're doing it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I was like, oh, bravo to them, which is not easy, although it seems easy. This movie is black and white. I don't know why this movie is black and white. I didn't mind it though. I didn't mind this movie is black and white. It's not like Mank where I was wishing to see that movie in color. Over here, I understand this director. He wanted to make this movie black and white to make these two characters more intimate. You know what I mean? Like this movie takes place in the house. Some scenes are in the kitchen, some are in the bedroom, some are in the living room. So one scene in the washroom. So this movie is, yeah, the space limit, you can feel it. It's just these two people, they're bickering, arguing, saying stuff to each other. But at the end, they do make sense. So that's why I liked this movie. At the end, when especially last 15 minutes, you do understand where these two people is coming from, what they are want in this relationship, what they want from the other person. And so I really like Malcolm character, that he didn't give up on this relationship, although seemed like he wanted to give up, but he didn't, which is I like about his character, because often, like, you know, in relationship, guy they don't care much. So in the end of this movie, he did say sorry. So I was like, oh, finally you said it. The way he said it, it felt real. What can I say? I did enjoy this movie. Overall, it was quite a nice watch for me. I liked it, these two characters, what they're trying to say to each other. Often their dialogue, I felt very engaged with what they were saying to. So it's the dialogue was good for me, because someone is from movie world. I understand what they're talking to each other. Some people are not. They will get people who are not from this movie world, or they will get bored out of their mind. They will be like, what are they saying to each other? But still, this movie deal with, you know, addiction and how you come out, how it leave you a scar for life. Those part of this movie, it's good overall, I would say. So it was interesting watch for me. I enjoyed this movie, but I can't see if you didn't. Let me know in the comment. And thank you so much for checking this review. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe and please take care.